Hi, this is Steven from Just Got Played, and today we're going to take a look at Inside Job, a game of teamwork and deception from KOSMOS, designed by Tanner Simmons. All right, there goes the side. There's the back, says 3 to 5 players, asterisk. Ages 10 and up, playtime 20 minutes, teamwork, trick-taking. Okay, so there's a 2-player variant. And hey, there's a free helper app. Well, I didn't know that about this game. But you can see it's mostly a card game. It is a trick-taking game, but there's a, trader, maybe you might call it. So let's go ahead and get this open and see what all is in here. So there's, that role called the Insider, I think, which is what it's called, which is why it's Inside Job. All right, so we have the rule book here. All right, that's always a good start. I like having that on the top. I like having an inventory of what all is here in the box. So again, lots of cards. There's the game setup, the game objective, the basic rules. Here's an important rule. It is a trick-taking game, but the insider doesn't have to follow suit. But that can tip people off to you being the insider, but you may not care about that. The winner of a trick always receives an intel token, regardless of whether or not the mission was completed, because each trick is a mission. And also, you don't play all the cards in your hand, so you can see there's a few cards remain, depending on how many players you have. There's voting at the end if any of the other win conditions were not met. People are trying to identify the insider. There's advanced rules about wagering intel, and there's special roll cards. So there's information on each of the special roll cards that you can have. There's a blank one you can make your own. There's also risky missions. Yeah, here's risky mode where you can have risky missions. And then here's that 2-player variant, which has Larry as an extra player that, you just do whatever with. This is what Larry does, playing a card. I didn't really take a look at that. Tips and tricks. All right, that's good to know. There's the designer. All right, so let's take a look here. So these are the intel tokens, the things that look like a briefcase. All right, so punch out a couple of those. Yeah, I mean, they're just, they're pretty thick, actually. Nice standard cardboard. Should hold up to a lot of plays. So you get some of those, like you saw, you get a token when you win a trick. This is, I think, maybe Larry. So this is the standee for Larry. You just, put it together and there you go. Now you have Larry. All right. Hi, Larry. All right. Let's take a look here. Oh, this is interesting. This is like a paper instead of a plastic wrap. So that's probably environmentally better. I would hope so. I don't know why they would do it otherwise. But let's take a look at the cards here. So there's 4 different suits. So you can see the suit is blue, but it's also sunglasses. If anybody has trouble with the colors, it does look like, hey, look, it looks like there is different art on each card. I didn't know if that was going to be the case. I wonder if, the art is the same for each corresponding number in each of the different suits, but we'll take a look. There is Trump in this game, so each mission card will tell you what's Trump each round. All right, and so it goes to 13, and then, there you go. That looks like the same. Okay, so that is going to be the same art, just in, 4 different colors for the different ones. And then, of course, these are the hats are green. For those of you who are too young to remember, that is a phone. I guess that could be a wireless phone, or it could be an early cell phone. They looked somewhat similar as far as, comparing to this small piece of almost clip art looking thing, right? And then it looks like red or reddish is a pen. Magenta? I don't know what you would call that. It goes to 9. I'm going to assume there's more in here. Let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. There's the 10. Wouldn't that suck if I had a defective copy here doing an unboxing video? All right. So 10, 11, 12, 13. Yay. All right. So these, let's see. Are these the overview cards? All right. So let's take a look at these. This tells you how many players do you have, 5, 3, or 2, 4. All right. So let's just look at 5, 3. It says, so like at 5 players, you're going to have 10 cards in hand, whereas with 3, you'll have 13. And then at the end of the game, you'll have, 2 or 1. So those ones you didn't play. And this is how many missions you need to complete to succeed if you're not the insider. And this is how many intel tokens you need to collect to succeed if you are the insider. So whoever does that first wins the game. I don't know what happens if they're simultaneously. I think the insider wins. Like if the insider takes the trick and gets the intel, but also completes that mission, I still think the insider wins. But anyway, there you go. So be wary of any player that is collecting intel tokens. They may very well be the insider. All right, so here are some of the missions. So each card played must have a higher number than the previous card. All right, so you fail the mission if you don't do that. So whoever's leading needs to lead a low card. And this is what the trump is. Now remember that it's interesting because the insider doesn't have to follow suits. It seems like the insider could play trump cards pretty easily, maybe even reveal themselves and get a lot of intel. I don't know. I don't know. I would be tempted to lead trump every round if I could, but maybe not. I mean, it might be hard if all you have is a high card in the trump suit, right? You want to succeed in that mission. All right, here's some more. Only cards with even numbers may be played. All right, that's cool. So that would be super easy for the insider to fail the mission and just be like, oh, I didn't have an even numbered card. And then, of course, you can call them out later when they play one. First card played must have a higher number than all the other cards. Yeah, okay. That's cool. All right, so let's just go through a bunch of these. First card played won the trick. I'm just going to go through these quickly. You can pause it and take a look if you want. Here we go. The trump suit changed. All right. Again, the trump suit changed. Seems like there's a variety in missions. That's nice. And again, change in the trump suit. And I assume at some point we're going to get to the risky missions. All right, these are the risky missions. So when you're playing the game, normally you don't play with these, but you can add these in. A player when a trick is about to be played, whoever's turn it is to lead, picks up 2 mission cards and looks at them and discards one without other people seeing what it is, and then puts one in play. But if one of them is a risky mission, you have to do it. If 2 of them are risky missions, then you don't, you get to obviously choose between the 2 of them. So here's what the risky missions are. The second card must be played with an intel token. All right, when that's related to wagering when you play. So this is only with the other advanced rules with the intel tokens. They're all related to playing intel tokens. But yeah, there you go. Risky missions. That's what the back of the cards look like, by the way. The mission cards. The other cards look like this on the back. Guess I didn't know if I showed that earlier. All right. All right. So in every game, you're going to have an insider, right? I mean, the game's just a generic trick-taking game with missions, I guess, if you don't play with the insider. All right. So that's the insider card. But then all the other players are going to be agents. And so that's what these are. And then you have these advanced roles, right? So like this one's interesting. You have to reveal it immediately when you receive it. So there's a bugged agent, paranoid agent, risky agent, the decoy, the accomplice, Tim Shady. I guess those colors have something to do with their mission, telling you whether they're supporting the insider or the agent. Sleeper agent. All right. Professor No. Okay. And here's a blank one. So you can make, whatever you want. All right. So here's, the inside the box. I'm sure there's nothing in there. There is nothing in there. It's not a very expensive game. Just, a bunch of cards and a few cardboard tokens. But that is Inside Job. I haven't played the game yet, but obviously I've looked over it a little bit and decided I wanted to get a copy of it because it was on sale, super cheap. If you have any questions about the game, go ahead and ask me in the YouTube comments below. Or if you look in the description of the video, there's a link to our Discord channel where we'd like to talk about games. You can come ask me there. But until the next time, thanks for joining me.